There are only two things you need to be good at an FPS game, and I'm going to share them with you today. This is, of course, from my experience, from my point of view. If you have a different one, share it in the comment section below. Anything that can help somebody else with our favorite hobby is greatly appreciated. Well, you think I'm going to be mad just because you know more than me? No, I mean, it's good that knowledge is out there that you can share with other people and make me look stupid, and people will read your comment and go, why the fuck is Boom getting paid for this? This comment's better than his video. I love that idea. I fucking adore it. So what do you need to be good at an FPS game? Well, you need two things. You need fun and you need confidence. And what do I mean by that? Let's talk about the first one, fun. You need to want to play the game that you're playing. This is kind of obvious, but I have a specific set of credentials for actually wanting to play a game versus just playing it because you don't mind it. Here's the thing. When you want to play a game, you're thinking about it when you're not playing it, you're craving the use of certain weapons, attachments, characters, operators, heroes. You want to play on a certain map, you want to pull off a certain strategy, and you're thinking about specific things in the game you want. Once you've met that credential, you can be sure that you are eager to play that game. When even the more mundane parts of a game seem fun to you when you're not playing it, then it's pretty clear that's the game you want to play. An example of that is when I play Ghost Recon Wildlands. I just made a video about why I'm enjoying that game right now. And sometimes I think about, sneaking into a base and shutting off the power and doing a takedown, like a melee takedown on a guard, and then shooting his buddy before he can alert the other guards. And when I think of like all those little things that can happen, when I just think of like sniping someone from a distance or running a convoy off the road, that really does speak to me, and it makes me want to hop on my Xbox as soon as possible. Now, I've had fun without that kind of obsessive behavior, but usually, if I'm not thinking about the game before I play it and I'm just like, oh, well, my friends are on it, I'm not having as much fun. And when I'm not having fun, I'm not really trying. And when I'm not trying, I'm not doing well. When I'm not doing well, I have less fun. Vicious fucking cycle. So you need to be having fun. And the way you can tell if you're going to have fun is if you're craving the game before you hop on it. The look, the sound, the gameplay mechanics, the feel of it, you're working with your friends, you're playing alone, whatever it is, if it speaks to you before you hop on, that's a good sign. Next is confidence. Confidence, in my opinion, and this is highly debatable, but confidence, in my opinion, is worth more than skill. Confidence will top knowledge every time in my experience. I know this from years of playing with people and private matching people. The people that were scared of me couldn't beat me, even if they knew more about the game. A great example of that is I used to kick people's asses on the Xbox 360 in Halo Reach and Halo 4, despite them playing that game way more than I did. They even were better than me. They knew all of the best weapons and douchebag tactics and all of the best nade spots and how to predict player movement, but I was just having fun. I was in the mood for those games. I thought those games were exciting, and I felt like I could beat them. And that feeling didn't come out of nowhere. It came through several losses. But once I started to realize, well, I can win some gunfights, and I kept focusing on what I was able to do. Not what I wish I could do, but what I had proven myself to be able to do. Winning a 1v2, winning a 1v3, winning one-on-ones. Despite not being as good at Halo and having severely less playtime and experience with it, I was able to beat them because after I started getting that kind of confidence, that cocky attitude, I also had it in Black Ops 2, Call of Duty Ghosts, and Modern Warfare 3. Once I had that attitude where it's like, I know I'm capable of failing, but I know deep down that I'm much more capable of winning. Something really exciting is when you're playing a fighting game like Injustice or Smash Brothers and you lose, but just barely. That means that you got close. That means that person fighting you almost fucked up. That should tell you that next game you might have them. Now, there is a dangerous mindset you can get into where you're just thinking about the fact that, well, there's always next round, there's always next game, oh shucks. That's an awful thing to think about. Just don't go there in your head, that's stupid, because then you get into this really lazy mindset of, oh, I can make a mess and clean it up later. Oh, I can make a mess because this match will be over. This is the last round, so who really cares? Or there'll always be next round, there'll always be next match. Oh, you got me this time, I'll get you next time. You start to get a little bit conceited, a little bit lazy, like, it doesn't matter what I do right now because there's later. Yes, there's later. It's important to remember that there is later, but that doesn't mean you shouldn't do your best in the moment. Of course, not all the time. It's a video game, not a job for most people. Even for me, it's not my job to win. It's not what my YouTube channel is about. It's not about me being good and winning. It's not what it's about at all, but I feel like that's what it's about personally for me when it comes to competitive FPS games, whether I'm battling a friend or I'm battling randoms. It's about, seeing what you can do over them, and that's kind of fun. You might have a different mentality, that's fine, share it in the comment section. Either way, when I'm excited to play a game, and I realize that even though I suck a little bit, I can start to build confidence by realizing the times that I did well. Not focusing on my failures, focusing on where I prevailed. And you hear a lot of the opposite being said, but for me, this is what helped me. When I was really bad at Battlefield 3, do you know what I did? I didn't focus on the fact that I was going negative and I was at the bottom of my team. I focused on the times that I flanked 3 people and killed them. I focused on the times that I threw a grenade into a room and got 2 kills. I focused on the time I got that 400-meter headshot on a moving target. That's what I focused on, because it let me know that I'm capable of those things. I'm just as capable of losing, but it's not like those more amazing, interesting, fun moments are out of my reach. They're not. I imagine that once you win a Battle Royale game, you get a Victory Royale, a Chicken Dinner, or just a victory in any of these types of games, I imagine that once you see that it's possible, you build confidence because you know that you did that. Now, confidence I do think comes from experience, but it's how you handle those experiences. I'll tell you a story here towards the end of this video. Modern Warfare 2. I was sitting in my room, playing it one night. I was a bit younger, I was on an old TV, and I was just playing by myself. No one else was online that I knew, and I was doing free-for-all matches. And the reason that's important is that the lobby never changed, maybe except for 1 or 2 people, but the people that were really good, that were trash-talking everyone in the lobby, they stayed, and they were in all 7 or 8, I think it was maybe even 9 matches. I can't fully remember, but I'll just say 9 matches. And I started losing. The first one, didn't really care. I was like, okay, it's a warm-up game. And the second match I lost, it felt a little bit worse. Third match I lost, I was in 3rd place, I think, but it felt really bad. But then I had a moment of clarity. If I don't lose my cool now, and I stay chill and I just keep doing my best, I can beat these guys. I'm getting closer every time, so we'll see what happens. Now, it took a good couple of matches later. It's not exactly an amazing feat to win 1 out of 9 matches, but on match number fucking 9, I did it. I beat them and I went 30-2. I was on fire. Because instead of focusing on the fact that I sucked, I knew that I could get closer than where I was. The reason I threw in fun at the beginning of this video as a thing you need is that I wanted to play Modern Warfare 2. I wanted to play on those maps. I wanted those weapons. I wanted those sounds. I wanted that experience. I wanted the Modern Warfare 2 experience. If I wasn't in the mood for Modern Warfare 2, if I wasn't craving that game, I wouldn't have pulled out a win, I guarantee it. So make sure that when you go to play a game, you are in the mood for it. One of the things I do now is I'm actually not afraid to rage quit. If I'm playing a game and just doing poorly, and I think to myself, well, would I be having more fun if I was doing well? And if I think to myself, barely, maybe, I go, why am I playing this then? I'm gonna go do something else with my day. I'm gonna go do something else. I'm gonna play a different game. I'm gonna go somewhere else. I'm going to go to a different room of my house. I'm gonna take a walk. I'm gonna go eat something. I'm gonna go drink some water. Also, make sure you guys are staying hydrated if you're gonna play a lot of video games. But either way, I just go do something else now. Because I know that if I'm not in the mood, then I'm not going to look past the negativity, and instead I'm gonna focus on it. If I'm not in the mood for a game, I don't do well at it. If I'm not having fun in a game, I don't do well at it. If I'm not craving its experience, I'm not gonna have fun in it. A big reason I didn't have fun in Ghost Recon Wildlands back when I got it is because I wasn't in the headspace for it like I am now. So learn from my Modern Warfare 2 free-for-all win. Stick with it and make sure you're in the mood in the first place. If you find yourself getting pissy at games and getting mad and losing and wanting to chuck your controller and blame everyone else, maybe play a different game. Maybe you kind of feel obligated to play that game because it's your favorite game, but maybe it's not your favorite game right now. Go play Final Fantasy, go play Minecraft, go do something else. Go stretch your brain a little bit, and then come back when you're in the mood for it, when you're craving it again. Your favorite foods are going to start to taste bad if you're eating them every day. So anyway, make sure you want it before you get it, and then once you have it, just remember that you can do a lot better than you're giving yourself credit for. Focus on all of the cool things you're able to do, and just keep those in your mind. You can win a one-on-one gunfight. You can win a one-on-two gunfight. You can flank enemies and get triple kills. You can get 400-meter headshots. You can shoot down helicopters. Just know that that is a potential inside of you, and go from there. This is what feels good to me when I play FPS games. It's taken me a while to pinpoint, why am I inconsistent? Well, I'm inconsistent because I'm not always in the mood for what I'm playing. And I'm not always focusing on the fact that I can be incredibly successful at the games I'm playing. I can ace in Rainbow Six Siege. I can play an anchor role that wins us the round. I know that I can. In the same way that admitting there's a problem is the first step to fixing it, understanding your potential is the first step to fully utilizing it. And if you fail step 2 of the plan, well, you at least have step one, which is have fun. And when you're having fun, not much else matters, and at least you can walk away from the play session with a smile. Hopefully. See you when I see you. Goodbye. Hey, if you stayed to this point in the video, thank you. I just reverted the video settings back to the original way that this map looks. Yes, this map is going to make it into Fixing Ugly Call of Duty Maps Part 2 or whatever I'm going to call it. I'm going to do some more of those types of videos, so you guys seem to like that. Either way, I wanted to let you guys know that I do live stream, and if you want to catch it, hit the bell notification icon thingy next to the subscriber button so you can see when I go live. I don't have a consistent schedule, but I try to stream from like late afternoon up through late evening, so anywhere from like 4 p.m. up into like maybe 3 a.m. I stream really anywhere in there, several days out of the week. I'm going to try to be more consistent with it. So hit the bell notification icon thingy, bobber. I don't know why I keep saying bell notification, but the bell icon next to the subscriber button so you guys can come to my streams. I would love to have you. You can ask questions. I'll talk about anything. I'll be hanging out with friends sometimes, and you guys get to see a more natural me, and my face will be there too, so you can laugh at it. Anyway, see you when I see you. Goodbye.